First of all, thanks for joining. My name is Michael. So I founded and run the Singapore Education Network. Some of you I know, some of you have met in person, some of you have never met in person. It doesn't really matter. Hopefully, this session will give you a little bit of an overview of what the Singapore Education Network does, what we might be doing in the future, and how you can get involved, right? So this is what SEN is all about. We are an alliance of education professionals. We are based in Singapore, but we have offices or branches in Indonesia as well as in Malaysia. But our playground, by and large, is Southeast Asia, where we have most partners, most members, and most projects. So let me share a little bit about the concept of SEN. As a concept, SEN, we are not like an association where we focus on a particular segment like the international schools or higher education or technology. We are an umbrella organization. We are about the ecosystem of education. We have 3,000 plus members. I would say 80% come from Southeast Asia. And so we have members from schools, from preschools, actually from schools, from universities, technology, publishers, training organizations, consulting, etc., etc. It's about the ecosystem of education. So that's very important to understand. We don't focus on a niche area. I will share the website a little bit. So I try to share a little bit on how to navigate our website so you can dive a little bit deeper. As an organization, we are a community builder, like an association, and that's all on our membership, free membership, and you can use different things, generally free of charge. And then we offer different services, trainings and programs, etc. It'll be some of our commercial projects. Okay, this is basically as a concept. Free membership, different things. Once you create an account, many of you probably already have an account with us. But what can you do with that, right? That's what I want to show you. And then we have our different services. We have also paid accounts or paid memberships, which gives you some extra features, etc. Let me share our website. And again, this is something which will help you in diving a little bit deeper. All right, here we are, right? So what you see here on top, jobs, events, calendar, reports, education directory, you can use these photos by just creating an account, okay, free of charge, right? So then we under education launch, the community events, PD is PD and programs. I will go through it one by one in a second. Right. Here's some information about events, etc. Let me just skim through that here. Here you see 3 buttons for educators, for academic institutions, and for edtech providers. I think that would be useful if you just want to get a general overview of what we offer, what you can do, free and paid for a specific segment. Are you coming from a school? You present to school. Are you coming from a technology background? Or are you actually coming just as a single educator? You can still get involved. These are usually the 3 big buckets of partners or stakeholders we work with. So let me just jump a little bit to the bottom here. There are quite a few questions related to what memberships we have, right? What does it actually mean, right? Most of our members are free members, okay? Free, and then we have 2 different paid memberships. One is personal and one is corporate. Okay, so here you see it. With a free membership, so you simply create an account, right? You can, what we say, you get credits, free credits. What it means, you can post jobs here if your organization is looking for employees. You can promote events which your organization runs. You can share reports if you have education reports, and so you can see all these things here, right? We have a deals page where we work with conferences and other organizations that give us kind of special deals, which happens as well. Teacher Skills Network here, that's a sub-community that's only for teachers and educators, where we offer free teacher training. So 2-hour workshops, online or offline. I share a little bit later as well. So it comes also under the membership. Okay. And yeah, that's pretty much under the personal one. Why should we become premium? Why should we pay? And what's the difference? The main difference at the moment is primarily between premium and corporate premium. At corporate premium, you can add any of your employees, any of your colleagues under one account. Premium personal is just for one person. But if you represent an organization, I don't really care, right? So that's fair enough. And then you have a premium, a personal premium. Then you can post as many jobs as you want. You can have promote as many events as you wish, and reports, etc. We have also, I think it was a question, education directory. It's like Yellow Pages. It's like a directory of education in the ecosystem. You can create a profile there. Doesn't cost anything, but currently it's only for Singapore. So if you don't have a presence in Singapore, you can't be listed here. And maybe we add more countries, but it probably takes a little while. That's a pretty massive effort to do that, right? And once you are a premium member, we will give you some extra kind of event, marketing efforts, right? So you are featured in our outreach campaigns. I guess some of you receive our monthly emails. We send out 3 emails per month. One is only promoting events. Southeast Asia Education Brief is news, some articles about education insights and news in Southeast Asia. And one is called Digital Education Digest. So that's very much about technology and education, right? Education Lounge. So what we organize, some of our community events, it's an event concept called Education Lounge. We do it in Singapore, we do it in other countries. If you're a premium member, you can attend for free. Otherwise, it's a $10 registration charge, right? And then what's in the pipeline that might be interesting for some here, particularly education institutions. It's called Speakers Portal. The Speakers Portal is connecting industry professionals with education institutions. Either it can complement seminars, lectures in the school and university. It can also support career talks, industry talks. So essentially bringing professionals into academic institutions. And that will be available under pre-membership. So we will launch it sometime early next year. Okay. So all these things is, you see that here is all under our membership page. Quickly running through some of our portals here. JobSport is just the typical, Job Street or anything else where you find jobs. Resume Hive is for job seekers. So if somebody is looking for a job, you can list and store your CV here. And if you are as an institution, if you are looking for new employees, you can get access to that with a premium membership. So you get essentially people who are based in Southeast Asia or international school teachers. You get access to educators or people in education, right? So that might be useful for organizations who particularly look for to hire new employees. Events calendar, very popular page, giving you a good overview about educational events. It's across Asia. You can filter it out, right? By format, in person or hybrid. You're visiting Southeast Asia or you're based somewhere, just check it out. It's all what events are happening in Indonesia. And it's all education related, right? And it could be event type. Sometimes we get discounts, etc., etc. So it's quite useful. And if you have a free account, you can just post your events here, right? So it's one of our most popular pages, and we promote it in our community. So community, we have what I mentioned it, 3,100, 200 members, and we got a mailing list. Like our outreach is 16, 17,000 educators across Asia, essentially, right? Directory, again, it's only for organizations who are based or have a representative. It's useful particularly for organizations who look for partnerships. So let's assume you look for education associations, which are associations, and believe it or not, many people don't know how many associations are based in Singapore. At least have an office, right? So you can use it. It's like a knowledge portal, right? So these are all different things you can add on your organization. Okay. So now let's go to something a bit more activity or also program based. Education Lounge. Education Lounge is an event concept. I need to emphasize that it's not a specific event itself. It's an education concept. Everybody's invited. We do it across Southeast Asia. You can see all the cities we have done that, and we will be doing that. Singapore and again in Bangkok, Jakarta, etc. And we always work with organizations. It's a get-together of anyone who's interested to network, to learn a little bit, to share a little bit, and to build partnerships. We often work with other institutions alongside a conference or with a school or a technology company, and then some of you might have been there before, right? So, okay, this is just Christmas gathering, but we have one coming up in February, which is alongside an academic I4 an academic conference here. So this might be something if you want to network, if you want to learn a little bit, yeah, it will be here. Okay. Some institutions work with us on it because they want to promote their institution. They want to promote their, want to build partnerships, right? So we're always happy to discuss it. We do it with a theater sometime in, I think, April or May. They work in Singapore with theater and they show us educational programs and how theater can contribute to it. It's quite interesting, but it's not very content heavy. It's usually evening 3 hours. So that's, yeah, it's quite easy. Okay. When we have professional development. So professional development is a key part, what we do. Like with many other things, we have something free and something paid. Okay. But so we have 3 different segments here. Professional training is a paid service where we cater and work with schools and universities to deliver professional development courses. Teacher Skills Network is professional training, but it's free. But it's also much shorter. It's a 2-hour workshop, could be online or offline, about a specific topic, and again, it's free of charge. Building a community of educators. And professional certificate courses is where we work with other education providers who offer a specific certificate for educators. So professional training. So our target audience is really here, educators, teachers, lecturers, sometimes people who work in admissions or in student life, etc. Anybody who works in education, right? And it could be in country as well as overseas. Here, so it's different formats. Here, if you're interested in that, go to here. There's a long list of topics we cover. If you, for example, any of you is interested to become part of the pool of facilitators, let us know, right? We always have very diverse requests on, can you do something on emotional well-being? If any of you is interested to become a facilitator, do let us know. And here, essentially, this is who we target. Or we have offerings, a wide range of educators here. And we're just some sample facilitators who work with us. Okay, so that's on professional development, on the professional training. Teacher Skills Network, it's a sub-community. You need to request to join, free of charge, where we organize get-togethers of teachers, trainers, lecturers, anybody who teaches. This is about improving education, improving pedagogy, improving delivery of education, and it's generally peer-to-peer learning. If you work for a university or a school and you say, okay, I would like to, I can give a classroom for 2 hours in the evening. I have a topic I like to share. We bring a community in, and then again, it's a peer-to-peer learning opportunity, right? So here you see we have one upcoming. It's in January, some time to go. That's a webinar, but we are doing it in person as well. The last segment is professional certificate courses. So we work with some organizations and they offer specific certified courses. This is a technology company, Seesaw. I don't know if you know ISTE. ISTE is an American association. A pretty well-known certification course for technology for schools. etc., etc. ISEF is for education agents. Under programs, we have two programs. Let me focus on one, which I think was mentioned also. If particularly when you're from a university or school side and you want to, we can work on internationalization pretty much, right? If you want to get your students immersed in a different country, different culture, different industry, we work and help you do that. Our playground, as usual, is Southeast Asia. So we have groups from Indonesia come to Singapore, from Singapore to Thailand, from India to etc., etc. So, and these are customized student groups, usually high school or university. Again, we bring the industry to academic, or on this side, we bring the academic or students to the industry. What you all have, once you create an account, so you have like a bit of a dashboard to explain a little bit of a focus area here. If you want to submit a job or an event, etc., you can go to my submissions here. And then you have submissions dashboard, and then you see whatever you're interested, right? You can submit here, and you have always access to all of these things, right? Then certificates, particularly when you attend, if you're an educator and you attend any of our workshops, paid or free, your certificates will be ready here. You can pick it up. Okay. These are, you can see here, the events which we organize. So if you're particularly interested in any of these things, this is the one we are just here. So here, up here, you always see what type of member you are, right? So I have a corporate pre-membership, and I also belong to the TSN, meaning the Teacher Skills Network community, which gives you some special access. Okay, let me read this. Some companies have their contact information widely open. Yes, this webinar is recorded. We can share it with you later. Some contact information is widely open, some is not. I don't know exactly what it refers to. If you are listed on our directory, the purpose is you share your contact details, right? That's why you have a directory. So you decide whatever is being published. We treat, of course, all the information confidential. We don't share that. If you want to share it on any of our portals or in any other platforms, we leave it up to you. Okay, I'm not in Singapore based, and I cannot actually be presented. Okay, that's from Ryan. So if, again, you're a corporate peer member, that's the highest, it's the highest of our memberships, right? We will help you with many things, but the directory is for organization based in Singapore. I cannot have an organization which is not based here. It's just a mismatch, right? The purpose is giving anyone who's interested, who's in Singapore, schools, universities, publishers, da 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 da. So if you don't have an office or representative here, you can't be listed. But it doesn't mean we are, especially if you're a corporate pre member, we can work together on other things to promote and share that you have an interest in Southeast Asia, right? But you can't be listed on their SG directory, right? Education directory. Okay, his next question. Is there support for nonprofits that operate completely free of charge, especially if it's from Afghanistan? It's a long way from home. Different areas. Education is so diverse. So sometimes it's interesting, but also complex. So requests are very, very diverse here we're getting. Can we support a nonprofits? Let me make it generic. Yes, of course we can. Number one, if you work in education, if you teach, join our Teacher Skills Network, then attend any of the webinars for development, teacher development, right? If you have a specific partner request and it's non-commercial, if you have a call for attendees for a competition, for example, right? Just let us know. If it's not a commercial thing, we can always put in our newsletter and share it with the community if you look for partners, right? Of course, we like to improve our education. And if you look for specific partners, especially nonprofits, we like to support you. We can probably arrange a different call and then go into the details, what you actually need here, right? Okay, one question about edtech. We have an edtech startup. Okay, how can we use our SEN? As an ecosystem organization, we work with various organizations, including technology, which obviously in the last, we support technology companies with advice, which countries, which segments, which product would be useful for you, because they have a good understanding through our network, through our members, where academic institutions still want improvements, because many institutions are not too happy, or some institutions are not happy with what is currently being provided. Somehow it doesn't match, right? So if you're technology companies, number one, we have a separate website. It's called EdTech Marketplace Asia. You find that in the footer of our main website, as well as the EdTech provider page. So you can list your product, your technology solution on the EdTech Marketplace Asia. We can also work on, yes, that's correct. The link is in the chat. So that's our technology portal. We can also, if your company, for example, wants to be a speaker at a teacher workshop, sharing about the use of technology, the good use of technology, supporting teachers' development in digital literacy, you're welcome. We always try to combine the academic with the technology side, and we could involve you in providing training, especially when it comes to digital literacy. Remember, we are generally, hopefully, very service-centric. So if you want another call to understand more what's possible and really cater my answer to your specific background and organization, just let us know. Drop an email to us or on our website, WhatsApp. We can quickly do it. All right. Thank you so much for your time. We're gonna do it every 2 months. So in case you return another run, please feel free, right? But again, reach out to us. I think we are generally quite approachable. If you're in Singapore, again, we run these education launches every month. This is where you usually meet me and some of my colleagues. We have a Christmas gathering in 2 weeks' time. Just finger food and drinks, meet in town. Please register. It's on our events calendar, and hope to see more of you. Right? And if you have other ideas, feel free. SEN is a concept. It's not a fixed kind of scarce product. Okay, we just give a framework, and we want you as our community to fill it out with life. We produce something, we create something, and if you have other ideas, please always feel free to jump in and share with us. Okay. All right. Wherever you are, have a good rest of the day. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.